Do you make commitments to yourself every night before you go to sleep? You tell yourself that this is the year I'm going to finally lose weight and gain some muscle. This is the year I'm finally going to earn some money and gain financial freedom over my life, where I'm able to do what I want whenever I want. But you're never fully able to follow through with those commitments. And every time you look in the mirror, every time you see the reflection staring back at you, you just can't help but hate yourself. You can't help but have no self-respect or love for yourself. If that's you, I promise it's because you're just way too emotional. It's very similar to when you go to a terrible doctor. You go to one of those doctors that don't really, when you go to them, you tell them, I have this, and this symptom. And they give you medicines to cure those symptoms. Instead of curing or giving you medicine to cure the underlying problem you have, right? You'll tell them that you have a high temperature, that you have a flu, you have a runny nose, your throat is sore. They won't tell you that, or you have a virus in your system, or you have some sort of disease and we got to cure that. No, they'll give you medicine to stop your flu from running. They'll give you medicine to keep your temperature down, instead of fixing the underlying root cause that you have in your life, which is your way to emotion. Trying to fix all these other problems that, oh, it's because my morning routine, it's not perfect. I don't have a perfect morning routine. That's why I open my phone up first thing in the morning and I scroll Instagram for 1 hour, 1.5 hours before I actually get up and get on with my day. It's because I don't have the perfect workout regimen planned out throughout the week. That's why I'm not able to hit the gym. That's why I'm not able to fully dive into my diet and finally lose some fat. Finally, if you want to have a morning routine, it's kind of a psyop, if I can't lie, but it's fine. You can have a morning routine, but that's like 20%. You still have this other 80%, which is the real root cause of why your life sucks. It's because you're way too emotional as a man. And what I mean by that is you let your emotions control you instead of you controlling your emotions. You'll see on the news kids, doing school shootings, stabbing each other, terrible things, right? It's because too emotional, they let their anger get the best of them and they end up being a danger to everybody around them. You don't want to be that guy, right? You want to be the leader of your family. You want to be the role model for your siblings, your younger siblings. You want to be the figure that everyone goes to when they have a problem in their life. And you want to help provide those solutions. You don't do that through being emotional, being so feminine, being angry and whinging all the time. When you're in the bed, when you wake up first thing in the morning and you want to have a productive day, you genuinely want to study for that exam, you want to work towards making that extra money, that side hustle. You want to hit the gym, you want to gain some muscle, you want to lose some fat, you don't want to gain fat. Maybe if you're bulking, you gain some fat, but you have that desire, right? Everyone does, everyone has that desire, but your emotional brain, it's super lazy, wants to do what's comfortable. And what's comfortable? You grab your phone and you scroll Instagram, you scroll TikTok. That's what is comfortable. That's what your emotional brain is telling you to do. And because you're an emotional man, not even a man, men are emotional, you're an emotional boy, a boy, you sit on your bed and you do that. You follow through with your emotions, you let your emotions control you. And no wonder when you go to sleep that exact same day, you hate yourself and you're miserable and you hate your life. You're not even able to control your brain. You can't even control what you want to do with your life. You can't control your actions. You just do whatever your brain is feeling in the moment. Sometimes your brain feels in the moment that, oh, I'm very motivated today. I'm going to hit that gym session, right? Because emotions aren't bad, right? Sometimes emotions can be good. Emotions, that's what leads to motivation. Then that one day out of the week, you tell yourself, no, I'm going to hit the gym today. and it's still happening because of your emotions. Now, in this scenario, it's a good thing. Your emotions led to a positive thing, right? You hit the gym. You got up, studied for the exam. You got up, worked on your side hustle. Whatever it is you wanted to do. You went on a run. The next day when you don't have any of the motivation, you're not gonna do the work you're meant to be doing. No, you're not. Because you're a slave to your brain. You're a slave to your feminine. And that's why you can get nothing ever done. But it's also why you can completely change. And I'm not here to say that like I'm perfect. Like I remember yesterday, I did like 30 minutes of Instagram scrolling and I kind of caught myself. And that's why I'm kind of making this video, because if I never realized how emotional I really was in my life, I would have probably scrolled till breakfast time. I would have probably scrolled till the afternoon, genuinely. Like 5 hours of scrolling. That's what I used to do. That's the type of person I used to be. Scrolling. The good thing is though, you can fix this, because I fixed it in my life. I'm going to teach you how I fixed it. If you don't want to be emotional, what's the opposite of emotional? You got to be masculine, stoic. I don't even really know what stoic means. All I know is you got to do what you have to do instead of doing what you got to realize that everything is your responsibility. The reason your life sucks is because it's your fault. Now, a lot of the reasons why you'll see so many people, they never are able to fix their life. This is a lesson you have to really learn, is that a lot of the excuses that people come up with is like, for example, my parents, my environment, my friends, my XYZ. That's the reason that I am the way that I am, and I'm never gonna be able to change my life. A lot of the times, they're actually kind of right. Not even kinda, like a lot of the times they are fully right. It's not their fault they ended up being the way that they are. Fat, skinny, whatever, XYZ. It's the environment, the people around them, their fault a lot of the time. Because they're just a kid growing up, they don't know any better. But that is not gonna change your life. That's what we want, right? We don't wanna whinge until we're 6 feet under our grave. We wanna change our life, right? So even though it's completely understandable that you wanna just sit in your room and complain all day, and I used to do that too, I was that person. I realized that, what if I just take responsibility and I say, you know what, I'm gonna work towards changing my life, even though my life and my actions previously were terrible and I wish I did different things. What if I just start to do different things that I wish I did earlier? You stop being emotional today. You start doing the things you should be doing instead of the things you want. I used to think, I remember the exact phrase I used to tell myself. I used to remember all the time. I tell myself that it's too late for me. That's what I say to myself every time I wanted to make change. I wanted to make change. I didn't want to be miserable. Who wants to be miserable, right? But again, it was a comfortable feeling to be miserable, and to change was uncomfortable. And the hope that I would tell myself to stop myself from going through that uncomfortable change was, you have all these goals, you have all these dreams. You want to live in this house, you want to live in this country, you want to travel the world in this jet, you want to drive these cars, you want to have this money in your bank account, you want to be able to support your family financially, you want to be able to be that rock for them whenever things happen, drama happens, you want to be able to retire your parents, you want to be able to have freedom over your time, with that you don't have to work a job that you hate, and instead you can do the things that you love doing. There's a price tag for all of that.